Hello everyone, I'm RB. Welcome to my video discussing, recapping and reviewing Love Island All-Stars. This episode has a dumping, a classic Love Island game, and someone goes back in their shell. However, we'll get back to this in more detail as now is the start of the episode. It's the age-old tuck and blow game, the normal shenanigans of kissing and whatnot, you know the drill. As for standout moments, Olivia kisses Luca, as does Gabby. Luca kisses Tina and Kaz. Kaz says she's open for a connection with Luca. Casey again reveals he spent the night with Tina. Tina feels like she was used. He apologizes. Tina reveals that she likes Scott's dates best of her triple date, as if we didn't know this. And as from the preview, India feels Scott is the most calculated. He wants to know why. It's because of the Tina date. Scott is not happy with this. He said it's given him the ick. And this, guys, is the beginning of their downfall. Separately, the boys chat. They are shocked at India's reaction. The boys feel India should have spoke to him for this privately. Then Scott and Tina chat. Tina doesn't feel Scott was disrespectful. Tina says it was her best date mainly because she felt comfortable with him and there was an attraction there. Scott feels confused. Meanwhile, the girls tell India of Scott and Tina's chat. Ekin tells her not to doubt herself. Is India overreacting though? But what's your opinions? Is India overreacting? Comment below, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. Then Scott and India chat. He apologizes for his reaction in the games. He felt he was disrespected. He feels back in his shell. The girls chat. Gabby is not sure of Casey's feelings. She said if it continues as it is, there's no reason for his busy past to affect them. Kaz feels there's nothing to think about. Gabby fancies him, but she doesn't know if he's what she's looking for. Is anyone with anyone that they're actually looking for? Then Luca and Kaz chat as the Islanders watch on. Luca discusses Kaz's comments from the game that it's two people to make a connection. Kaz basically calls it friends with benefits. Maybe moving a bit desperate. Anyway, Luca tells the boys he feels like he wants to kiss Tina. He also wants to kiss Kaz tonight. Ronnie feels they can deal with that tomorrow. Typical. Luca and Tina chat, or go for a kiss maybe? She basically offers him a kiss and they kiss in front of everyone. Scott may have thrown things away with India for nothing. Then the boys chat. Luca tells the boys Kaz is flirty and the friends with benefits comment. However, he thinks there may be something with Tina. Meanwhile, Scott feels like he's taking a back seat with things. Also, Luca hugs Kaz and Tina in bed. They both appear not to mind. Anyway, it's morning time with the squinty eyes and the sunglasses. Tina feels she's gonna go with the flow. Scott looks forlorn. Separately, the boys feel Scott is fuming and that the ick things would put India off. Then Naz brings Catherine a coffee. Where's Curtis? Also, the rest of the girls are empty-handed. Meanwhile, Luca likes Tina and he fancies Kaz. However, he doesn't sound too sure about her. Luca says he liked Olivia's kiss. Finally, he feels his Love Island experience has started. Maybe no more quiet Luca now. Then Scott and India chat. He apologizes for being quiet and feels let down, humiliated from India. She feels she's not thrilled by his behavior. She didn't mean the calculated comment deeply. He wants her to understand his opinion. She apologizes if he took it personally. She basically says, don't talk to her. He feels the trust is broken. She says she doesn't feel like he's a bad person. He feels it's a setback, however, he feels they can work through it. They eventually hug. The girls chat to India. She cries. She feels Scott's not obsessed with her. Gabby advises her to stand her ground. Meanwhile, Luca chats to Kaz. She says that she doesn't have a problem with him getting with other girls. Interesting. He says he has a spot with Tina, but Kaz is also expressing interest. She somehow feels it's going in the right direction. What? How? Maybe Elma was right on her thoughts of Kaz. It's giving desperate. Casey and Gabby chat. She asks him for a kiss. Really? Meanwhile, Tina and Luca chat. He's on job. He feels he's been too reserved. Maybe the producers have let him know the public's comments of his quiet behavior. After probing, he basically calls Tina his number one. He said he'd love to share a bed with her. The girls are maybe a bit more forthcoming than normal this time. Then Luca chats to the boys. He basically says he likes Tina best. Scott now feels better. Meanwhile, Ekin and Tina chat. She tells her that Tina brings out more in Scott than India does. It's like watching a producer produce. Meanwhile, the boys chat. Curtis feels Scott doesn't feel there's a spark with India. Scott says he doesn't know if Tina is the one to settle down with, but more one to have a lot of fun with. Okay then, stick to India. But this bit of gossip is definitely going to spread around the villa. Would Tina even mind though? Then Ekin and Olivia chat. She feels Olivia might have something with Luca. Olivia says she felt nervous to kiss him. What about Marcel, guys? Okay, she said her head says Marcel, but there's an attraction to Luca. Then Scott and Tina chat. He feels he's open. He feels she's his type. Again, he's intrigued. He tells her, We'll see. Then Scott and India chat. She feels they're not really a thing. She accepts his apology. She feels like he wasn't caring of her feelings. She wants to feel like he cares of her feelings. He says he shouldn't have felt humiliated from her. They don't want to upset each other, and he feels they have to give others a chance. Let's see is his words for the day. Okay, Maya Jama enters the villa. She calls the villa active. Ronnie said he escaped the triangle. Curtis feels Ekin has a nice soft side. Luca feels there's not enough girls in the villa for him. He looks to be serious. Casey says he's smitten at the moment. Keywords there. India says it was a tricky 24 hours. Scott feels they are out of it now. Maya tells Tina things are about to turn up a notch. She has a big decision to make. She has now the power to steal one boy to couple up with. Tense times. Tina steals Scott. He joins her. India is left single and she's dumped from the island. Shocking. Well, kinda. Tina apologizes to her. Then Scott and India chat. He says it's all been genuine. She's not an ick. She hopes the best for him and Tina. She forgives him basically, and with that she's off and has a quick interview with Maya. She said it was a nice match with Scott, made from the public. However, it was basically game over for her. She feels Tina and Luca were a better match. A preview for tomorrow night. 2 new bombshells, Grace and Ron. Basically, Casey's arch nemesis. From my point of view, the episode was a 7 out of 10. Luca's a bit more lively and India was dumped from the villa. Also, there's 2 new bombshells on the way. But what's your opinions? What did you think of the episode? Comment below. Thank you for watching. Catch you for the next episode.